Welcome in everyone, Stat Matt here with yet another video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and let's just go ahead and get into this video. Today we are going to be talking about none other than the 2017 #1 overall pick, Markelle Fultz. Now, he has been less than impressive to say the least in the past 2 years in the league, only averaging about 7.7 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 3.4 assists, while shooting 41% from the field, 27% from 3, and only 53% from the line. Not exactly what you want to see from that #1 overall pick. Now, Fultz, he's still only 21 years of age, still full and raw of potential, but he has also been one of the most interesting overall picks in recent years, with basically being non-existent with no real reason for not playing. Until last December, we really didn't know why he wasn't on the court until his doctor came out and said he was diagnosed with thoracic outlet syndrome. Now that we know what's wrong, it actually makes sense why Fultz was having such a hard time shooting the ball. Now, TOS is a group of disorders that can occur when blood vessels or nerves in the space between your collarbone and your rib are compressed. This can cause severe pain in your shoulders and neck, also can cause numbness in your fingers. This makes so much sense why Fultz can never stay on that court and be healthy, and why his jump shot wasn't as good as it was back in Washington. When you can't really feel your fingers and your shoulders are hurt and your collarbone is hurt, I mean, those are main things that you need in pretty much every sport. And I feel very sorry for people that had ridiculed Fultz for not staying on the court and not knowing why. He played through some tremendous pain, his doctor said. Now let's talk about the trade. On February 7th, Fultz was traded to the Orlando Magic for Jonathan Simmons, a first-round pick, and a second-round pick. The Magic's owner, Jeff Weltman, and GM John Hammond saw this as a high-risk, high-reward, and I completely agree. I feel like they got a steal. Fultz, like we said, was severely injured, with people not really knowing why or how. He was one of the top recruits coming out of college, and I believe the Magic just got a steal. With Fultz getting a fresh start in Orlando, I believe he can revitalize his young career and start on the right foot finally. You saw him put a lot of work in the offseason, put in that jump shot, make free throws finally, and I believe he will have a chance at winning Most Improved Player. You have seen Steve Clifford, the head coach of the Orlando Magic, praise this young kid for putting in hard work in the offseason, in the preseason, and I just love this kid's work ethic. You've seen him not complain about being injured. You've seen him not complain about being traded in such a short amount of time. The 76ers really just gave up on him because they have high hopes for making it to the finals this year, and they don't want to have a project. They're in win now mode, which I completely understand. But when this kid has done nothing wrong but have a freak injury and tried to play for you, then you trade him for a subpar player and picks that won't really matter. I believe that was kind of a head scratch move by Elton Brand, the GM of the 76ers. But like I said, fresh start from Markelle Fultz. He is truly a transcendent player, and if he can be healthy, he can really be a top point guard in this league. Okay, so let's talk about a couple games that Markelle Fultz has played in since his injury. On October 7th, we finally see him play in a preseason game against the Pistons. Off the bench, he had 8 points and 7 assists. Steve Clifford also added that he is one of those players that can see everything develop and he can make every pass, which is a great compliment coming from a head coach. He actually looked like a player out there making plays for himself and others, and looked really good all around. It wasn't a groundbreaking performance, but it was definitely something to build on. And I completely loved his intense and enthusiasm coming off that bench. I believe could be a key piece for this match. Now, on October 9th, he had a little less impressive game to say the least versus the Hawks. He went 2 for 10 from the field, only scoring 6 points, but I still think this is a turning point in his career. You saw him actually drive the ball, actually do stuff that we haven't seen in his career, running the pick and roll, running the pick and pop, and having that quick first step we saw back in Washington. Now, like I said, it wasn't an amazing performance, but you saw him actually taking charge and actually doing things that a basketball player would do. And I appreciate the fact that Markelle Fultz hasn't given up and is still continuing to develop his game. Now, this is it for the video. It was kind of quick and sweet. I just wanted to dive in to Markelle Fultz because he is one of my top picks to win Most Improved Player, and I plan on doing a couple more videos like this. Make sure you drop a like so I know that you like the video, and make sure you subscribe. And like I said, if you go back to the previous video I did, link will be in the description, you will be entered to the giveaway. Winners will be announced on October 18th. With that being said, make sure, like I said, like and subscribe, follow all of my social medias, and have a great day. Stat Matt out.
Hope you getting money, hope you doing well, bro. Heard your sister love me, I'm in Colorado, do not fucking add me. I've been on vacation, cause I need it bad.